All right, so The Conjuring, The Last Rites. Preface, always. No notes.
A day, 2 days past.
2 days past. Yeah, we've seen a few movies since then. But whatever. We're here to just talk about the spoilers off the top of our head.
Yes.
Maybe one day we'll do a full,
like a proper one.
Proper note taken, seen it a few times, whatever. So, yeah. All right. So this tells the story. Spoilers, obviously. That's the whole point of this.
You saw the title.
You did, I hope. We've got the Smurls.
Yep.
And, yeah, I mean, our introduction to the Smurls, I quite liked. Very believable family. The relationship between the two sisters is really kind of the focus of the story, because they're the ones that get the most of the haunting. I mean, they definitely get the worst of it, especially the one sister who fucking vomits blood and glass.
That is crazy.
That actually shocked me in the moment, because I didn't know what was happening, and then when the blood came out, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh, I knew immediately that was what was going to happen.
You thought?
As soon as they broke the mirror and she was like acting weird, I was like, "Oh, the glass is like inside of her."
Really? No,
yes,
I didn't think of that
I
at all.
Instantly thought of that. Yeah.
No.
Anyway,
okay.
but yeah, I agree. I think that they're very they kind of are like the heart of the family ish.
Mm-hmm.
So to speak, but I thought all of them were great. I like the younger sisters as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they have some good moments in there, and then of course Simon, the dog.
Oh,
I love Simon, and he unfortunately also gets to experience it.
Yeah,
Very
they
sad.
didn't really put a lot of focus on that. I was really hoping in the moment they weren't going to kill the dog for obvious reasons, but like. He definitely gets roughed up a little bit, but he seems totally fine when they go to leave.
I was so scared. Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah,
but
I thought they killed him for a second.
I did too. I was about to walk out of the theater. I was about to leave. I mean, the opening, tying it into like the Warrens' very first case when she's pregnant, and they go and see this fucked ass mirror thing.
What'd you think of the actors playing them?
Of the kids? Or of the young? I liked them.
Yeah.
I actually thought the guy looked pretty similar.
The only thing for me was like, it was in like 1964
or 63 maybe? It was like early 60s.
And Judy in the first film is probably 8 to 10. It's been a while since I've seen it.
Yeah, I don't remember.
So they're not like Judy. This is only supposed to be like 8 to 10 years before, Judy in the first film.
Mm-hmm.
And I just feel like they aged a lot.
Yeah, well,
in that time period,
the actors
is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
they look like completely different people
because they
not
are.
Going back that far. And if you look at I think they purposely aged them a bit in this, but like if you look at Vera and Patrick, they don't look that different than they look in the first movie. And the first movie is only 2012, 13 years ago.
I would have been fine if they had them play
maybe?
like their younger selves, but
I would have been fine
I think
with
that for a lot of audience members, like it's easy to just be like, let's cast some like younger actors, so that there's no question like that this is like them young. I was fine with it though. I thought their performances were fine. I thought that the guy actually looked pretty like similar to Patrick Wilson. She didn't look that much like Vera Farmiga to me, but that's because she has such a unique face, I feel.
Well, Thaisa would have been the better one.
Yeah, you're right.
Right.
I wonder
Her
why they didn't do that. We always talk about that.
The only reason I could think of, the most obvious reason, is because she's in The Nun.
Yeah, of course. Of course, actually. That makes sense.
I don't know, but it's still her playing a different person.
Yeah, but that's...
Right? And she's already in the universe as like an actress.
Yeah. You're right, though.
I think Thaisa would have made the most sense if you're gonna recast.
Visually,
but I would have just preferred them to do Vera and Patrick.
Yeah, I would have been fine with that too. But I think that the actors
do a little
they did a good job.
Little like softening.
They do like the glowy thing.
Because like look at when you show me these fucking filters
Oh my God, I know. Just
TikTok
put 'em
or
on,
whatever.
Yeah, put them on a TikTok filter.
They
that
can make
takes
you look old
away
or
all your
young,
wrinkles.
and it's like incredible. Half of them, like some of
Yeah.
the ones you show me, and that's like a piece of shit 2-cent TikTok app. I'm pretty sure they can afford a decent, like just a casual DH. I'm not talking about like De Niro in The Irishman, where he's like 50, 60 years younger, and it has to be like a CGI'd face. Like I don't think it's that hard to even just with makeup make them look 20 years younger.
I hear what you're saying. I agree. I just didn't have too much of a problem with it. I was like, it's all right.
I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I just found it kind of unnecessary.
It's just always funny when you have like just totally different actors. But I don't know. It's all right.
The guy, I think that if Vera's character
had looked more like her.
If Lorraine looked more like her, I probably would have had less of an issue with it. But because Lorraine looks nothing like Vera,
nothing like her, yeah.
It did take me out of it a little bit, but only for moments. And then I was like, "Fuck it, I'm in." I get
totally
it.
fine.
Yeah.
There's no problem at all with any of that. But yeah, I like that we see the mirror and the creepy like demon that's in there smiling at her, and then her water breaks and everything. And that's like anytime a woman in a horror movie goes into labor when there's like demons around.
Yeah.
Scary stuff.
We had a really intense pregnancy delivery this year in a movie called Eden. Sydney Sweeney's character gives birth under like the most horrid of circumstances, which is funny because last year probably the most insane birth of the year was also Sydney Sweeney giving birth, and then whatever ends up happening after that in the movie Immaculate, oh boy. So yeah, she's 2 years in a row now has given some real gut-wrenching births.
Yeah, this birth sequence is still pretty scary though, honestly, because it's like...
Well, sure, it comes out stillborn.
Well, yeah, like what ends up happening, the fact that the baby, that she's dead. Judy's dead for like a minute straight.
Do you think that's what gives her powers, or do you think it's because
I was thinking about
the
that
lineage,
too.
or a combination of the two?
Probably a combination, maybe leaning more towards the fact that it's her lineage.
Okay.
But yeah, like I was thinking of that for sure. Like she was, in the dead realm or whatever for a minute. So
at
she
least.
has
At least.
Awful. It's just awful. Yeah, I thought that was very like heart wrenching, like when she's dead and then comes back and
well, Judy lives.
You do, but still,
I
thought they did a good job with setting all that up. And then I like the montage. There's a few montages in this. Like there's this one in the beginning and then kind of at the end as well, where they are going through the years, and then we finally get to Patrick and Vera and themselves. And I don't know. I liked all of that, and yeah.
Yeah.
I like when they are going to, their famous lectures and stuff, and they're at, like, some college or whatever, and there's, like, 10 people there.
Yeah.
And half of them are, like,
it's a big
kids
contrast
that are just,
from the first movie.
Very big, and the kids are like, you guys are Ghostbusters, and just kind of, like, laughing about it.
Yeah, it just kind of shows that they're products of kind of, like, a bygone era.
Very much.
Their fame has waned, and that the culture has moved on, because the 70s went through a huge satanic panic, and the 80s really kind of tried to move on from that, and they focused more on like drugs.
Definitely.
That was the DARE program by Nancy Reagan. I think that kind of pushed away the satanic panic of the 70s.
Yeah.
So I definitely think that has parts to do with it there. So I think that was cool. I liked seeing, a new era, that they're in the 80s now. Of course, Patrick's still dealing, or Ed is dealing with his heart condition, which I don't know if Ed Warren dealt with a heart condition up until the end. I know he died of like a stroke or a heart attack. It was a stroke, right? At the end it says stroke.
Yeah, he died when he was like
70s,
74 or 79. I don't quite remember, because it was like he had a stroke, and then I think it was like 4 years later
after. Yeah.
And then he was like I I thought he was, like
bedridden.
immobile or something.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
That's what it said.
That's tough. And then she died at like 92, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
So she made it to her 90s. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I think I said in our spoiler-free discussion, like, I don't really know anything about the real life Ed and Lorraine Warren, which is funny because I'm very, like, I've always known their names, and I know that there's a ton of controversy around just their investigations and everything. And as much as I'm into, like, real life, paranormal stuff, I don't really know why I quotation marked that, because I do think that there is real life paranormal things that happen and, legitimate people that investigate it. But I just have never looked into them. I really haven't. Like, so I don't know. I don't know how much of their story is fact. Obviously, I know probably a good amount of the movies are, fictional and made to be more entertaining and scary movies, obviously.
Yeah, I mean,
but
anytime we make a Conjuring review video here on the channel, there's always going to be at least a few comments of somebody who's like, the Warrens are fucking frauds. We shouldn't be promoting their legacy. These guys were fucking con men, assholes, this and that. And it's like, whether that's true or not, I'm sure it's true, probably. I don't really care. I don't.
Yeah, we're not really talking about the real stuff.
I don't see any issue with. I mean, I guess they're just kind of like, you're glorifying them as like almost like patron saints, and they were really just con men. And I understand that, but in all reality, like, I don't know, it's a deeper conversation, and I would have to look into the cases and whatnot. But here is the thing. Whether you are scientifically based or not, or if you have a combination of the two or not, whatever. Placebos are a real thing, and they do really work because the mind and the body is a miraculous vessel. And, your brain can heal your body if it believes in something enough. And sometimes what ails people is something that medicine cannot cure because there's nothing really wrong, but they believe it is.
Yeah.
And Ed and Lorraine or other con artists can come in and give them a dose of what they need and make them believe that the ghost or the entity is gone, and they get better. It's a real touchy thing because they can really come in and fuck people up.
Yes.
So I'm not saying, that's why I'm saying it's a deeper conversation. I have to look deeper into it. But I do think that there can be.
Yeah.
Although playing into people's delusions is not a great thing, but if you can cure someone and they are genuinely, obviously, recognizably, measurably better, and living happier lives, and no one got hurt, then that's a net positive. Without question.
I just
but
don't...
you can do a lot of damage too.
Of course. Obviously, there's a lot of very vulnerable people out there in religious and spiritual circles that can be taken advantage of horribly, and that's definitely never something to condone. But as you said, we just don't know anything really about what just Ed and Lorraine's real life stuff and how much of a con artist they were or were not.
Move on.
So we're going to move on. And we're basically just talking about the films here.
Yeah.
But yes, his heart condition, he still has it. That's terrifying, obviously, by itself. But then also when you bring demons into it, it's like, geez.
How much do you think it affected the overall, ability of his character in this movie?
Oh, I think it impacted him a good amount.
Okay.
I felt like it was brought up at good moments, too. When he goes to the doctor, they go out to their little lunch, and he wants to order lasagna and stuff, which also that's...
I wish I could have a lasagna.
Yeah, there's some good stuff, really good stuff with Ed in this, and, the boyfriend and everything. I
love
very much liked that. But this just quickly, the scene at their dinner whenever the hand is on her shoulder.
Which is used quite a few times in this.
Yeah,
the hand
well, it's
over
just
the shoulder.
Don't like it.
Probably
Don't like it.
3 times at least.
Also, that waitress, when they're when she's Lucy Lockett, whispering the thing. If I was the waitress, I'd be like, why is this girl whispering? And then Lorraine starts whispering it too. Like, she heard them whispering it. They were, like, right there. It would be like somebody standing right here, like, right next to us, and then we're just, like, whispering. I guess you can argue
in Sedona a long time,
it's a busy restaurant. It's loud, and she was focused on Ed because he's
maybe thinks they're praying before dinner.
I just thought that was funny because it was like,
yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, like, so we get that commentary, but then, like, when he goes to the doctor on his birthday, and the doctor's telling him, like, you need to, like, really be serious about this, like, you can't have another heart attack. And then when he's playing, like, ping pong and stuff, like, I was thinking, like, he's gonna have a heart attack, like, because he's clearly having some trouble with it.
And he's also embarrassed, right?
Yes,
like, he doesn't want to tell anybody, and that would definitely be me. I would be like, you don't want to admit you have this disability. I mean, that's what it comes down to, is you have a literal, like, health disability, and you can't be exertive like you used to be able to be. And he's a guy who, his body is part of what he uses to fight evil, and this is betraying him. And
it's something that can be exploited, which does get exploited.
That's why I'm saying I don't feel like it's used to its utmost potential. I feel like it's a bit of a plot device that doesn't ultimately lead to much, because in the end he just kind of fights back and picks up the book, and he leans on his family a bit, especially the son-in-law to be, to kind of help him. But I don't know, I feel like they could have leaned into that a little bit harder, where Ed was, like, on the ground and he was like, I can't do it, like, and then the family, like, band together and pushed through it as a family and calmed his heart down. And they could have, I don't know, and they could have, the demon could have fucked with his heart more. So I don't know. I thought it was used okay. I don't think it was used to its utmost potential, but I also don't think it was, like, completely forgotten.
No, I didn't
either.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
I guess, it could have been maybe used a bit more, but I was fine with how it was used ultimately.
Yeah, because it's fine.
There's a lot of other stuff going on, I thought also in the film, too, so it's like, the focus definitely felt more on Judy and Lorraine. And then as far as him, like, Ed and her boyfriend, who I don't remember, Tony?
Tony, yeah.
Okay.
Tony's a little boy that lives in my mouth. That was the only reason I remembered what his name was.
He calls him Tommy, too, doesn't he? He keeps calling him Tommy.
He keeps calling him different names, but it's Tony. As soon as I heard Tony, I was like, that's a nod to The Shining.
Yeah, I really liked all of the just protective dad stuff going on in this. Very typical, very...
classic. Yeah,
just classic, like... I liked it. I don't know. I thought that was really fun.
All the family stuff in this works wonderfully.
Yeah, for both their family and with the other people too. Really good. But yeah, I love the boyfriend. I think that, if the Conjuring, this part at least, like the Warrens are to continue, I could definitely see them trying to have Judy and Tony be perhaps taking on cases at some point. Yeah. Because, one of the things is, like, when people have, especially in movies like this, I think that character having that gift where it's like Lorraine, like, she has to help people, especially because the whole ending is, like, you gotta look at it, like, she spends her whole life trying not to see it, to block it out.
Well, she's trying to protect her, right?
Of course,
and that's kind of the message of the movie, is that our parents are always trying to protect us, and they had to go through what they had to go through, but we're the one that's going to shield them away from the dangers of the outside world. And it's like, that's not how it works, right? And with Judy, she ultimately realizes in the end, like, no, my daughter is her own woman, and I was her age once, and I dealt with it, and she can deal with it too. And I can pass the baton, because... And
she's stronger than I give her credit for,
I do feel like this movie is trying to flirt with the idea and see how the movie is received, to see if Judy and Tony can take over as the new Ed and Lorraine Warren for a future Conjuring film through them.
I would watch it. I would definitely watch them. I think that they have good...
but they got to use these actors.
Yes, they need to use them specifically. That's also mirrored, obviously, when Tony is asking, telling them that he wants to marry her, And Lorraine's like, well, we knew each other for a week, and then we got married, and
different times.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's similar, right?
Super
is that
classic,
the parents are like,
yes.
no, like we know better.
We're different.
But
No,
reality
you're
is, yeah, it's not. So yeah, I will be curious to see how everybody else receives them. I didn't have any problems. I like everything with it. I think he's a really supportive guy.
Yeah.
Very like, yeah.
His story
he's
too
good,
about.
Yeah.
The gun in his face and the the shotgun should have went off, and he's like, you're a dead man, and he went out and bought a ring for his daughter that same day. That's I mean, that's a damn good story, and 100% very much makes me go like, okay, I get it. Like he's not taking life for granted anymore.
Right.
He now sees every day as a blessing, and the line of work that the Warrens work within. I mean, how could they not see how he would have that kind of epiphany?
Of course.
Right.
And also that it's sort of like...
they survive something.
Right. Like he's saved maybe...
Get another day.
To specifically be with their daughter, and help her. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, maybe maybe Judy's powers are strong enough that it bled over into, kind of putting almost a protection charm on him.
Maybe.
Right?
Sure.
Where he was dating her. They'd only been dating a month.
Or, more than anything, because really the Warren, they're religious more than magic-y,
Because didn't he buy it, after, a month? They've been together 6 months, but he bought that, a month after they met.
They were... Oh, no, I thought it was, a week.
A week. Okay.
I thought it was also a week.
It was very
too.
short.
I thought it was really short.
I thought it was a month, but it could have been
Maybe
a week.
You're right. I don't know.
But he was dating her at that time.
Yes,
So
they
it
were
does
dating.
make me wonder if Judy had any impact.
Yeah,
Because
sure.
you know what the odds are that a freaking shotgun
God.
shell, or both, even if it's a double barrel, it'd have to be both shotgun shells, neither of them go, and then your odds are astronomical.
Scary, yeah. Yeah, I would say... For me, because, one of the things with the Warrens is that they are religious, they pray to Jesus, and it's kind of got this, Christian undertone to things, obviously. Mm-hmm. So I would be God saved him because of Judy.
God came down and stopped those motherfucking bullets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Name that movie.
I can't.
Pulp Fiction.
Okay.
Divine intervention.
That's what it was. It was divine intervention. That happens a lot in these films. There's a lot of divine intervention, sort of, but working through Lorraine and Ed and everything. The family, everything, with her. What is it called when they're Catholic? What is it called? Because she has her.
Oh, her concession? No, not concession. Her.
I don't remember.
No,
I don't remember what it's called. Dang. Anyway, she has her thing where
coronation.
I think that's what you do with kings. Is that what you do with... Is that also Catholicism?
I thought that's what it was.
Maybe it is. You might be right.
I'm not...
I truly don't know. Anyway, it basically is just, meaning that she's, a full-blown Catholic now. I'm not Catholic.
There was, a woman in line with her who was old.
That was her grandma.
Oh, right. She was giving to her to
that was her
That's
grandma.
right. I was thinking about, because the woman behind her, I was like... Why is she waiting so long?
But even still, I guess
you could
if
still
you
do it
converted,
at any age, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know if any of our viewers are Catholic.
Fuck do I know about Catholics?
I don't know anything about Catholicism, really.
I don't either. That's one religion
Catholicism
I never
is
really looked into.
A lot more interesting to me than Christianity because there's, more of a magic feel to it with, the saints and stuff. You pray to saints in Catholicism, and you don't do that in Christianity.
It's funny, my mother was Catholic, and I don't know shit about Catholicism. I studied Mormons and Scientologists a lot because they were really funny.
I really like Catholic imagery. I've always been a fan of just Catholic imagery. I'm not a fan
of the
No, I'm not a fan of the priests doing the naughty things either, of course, but something about, I don't know, the Catholic aesthetic, if you will. I know that's probably blasphemous, but I like that. I like the giant cathedrals and everything. And anyway, she's getting her whatever it is and as a gift, like, the grandparents give her this mirror, and like her reaction and like the sister's reaction, so great, because she's like, we're not keeping that in our room, like, what are you talking about?
The one in the middle looks just like you.
Yeah, just the way that the grandparents are so oblivious, kind of that this is like
it's a typical fucking grandparent
just not a
gift.
gift that they would actually want. Like, okay, yeah, it's if
but
it
they
wasn't
said they gave it to him
if
because
it wasn't a cursed mirror, it's a cool mirror. It's just not like their vibe. But like as an antique, like vintage mirror that you would find, like that's a mirror that I would be like, this is a cool mirror.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's demon. It's a demonic mirror.
Yeah, I mean,
therefore it's.
How many evil mirror movies are there?
I like them.
How many evil mirrors
Tons.
are in horror?
Mirrors are scary.
Yeah, sure.
For a reason.
Yeah.
That's where the demons are. But yeah, like when her sister is like, it's trash day tomorrow, like we can just take it out. I was like, hell yeah. That's good, because that shows that's a lot of sibling relationships where you hate on each other, but then you also kind of have each other's backs when it's
They said
important.
they got the mirror for them though, because there was like one bathroom that they fight over, and it's like, well, now you can do your hair in the room.
It's thoughtful.
So it's a thoughtful gift.
It was thoughtful. I more mean just the way it looks is so clearly not something that a teenage girl in like 1986 or whatever would want.
No, but it's a cool mirror. It's
cool
cracked, and then the grandpa's like, I can fix it. I think it's up there for like a day.
They're gonna replace.
They're gonna replace the mirror, yeah.
Sure.
But
yeah, it's not
I think it's not up there long, so he could
No.
never got to it. I like that it's still the crack from when Lorraine touched it.
Yes.
It's the exact same one.
Exact
so
same one.
That was cool.
But yeah,
then,
I knew that she was gonna spit up blood and like have glass in her when it broke.
As far as the scares go, I mean, I think that for me and probably for you too, and probably most people, the best like horror image in the entire film is the girl in the basement, like the old woman in the basement that's going
it's
like...
the wife.
Is it a wife?
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
She's like going shh, and then the axe like goes in the side of her head, and then it like cricks, and then he pulls it out, and she's just sitting there like this, dead. That was awesome.
Was scary.
That was definitely the best horror image in the film.
For sure. That
is the priest guy the only death in the movie? The one that gets hanged?
Yeah, I think so.
Because the Conjuring franchise don't have many deaths.
No.
The Devil Made Me Do It has deaths because we see the opening kills that guy commits. But as far as like once Ed and Lorraine are on the case...
Right.
No one dies.
No, yeah. The priest dying was pretty shocking to me. I felt so bad for him.
Sure.
Because he's such a good guy and like was trying to help these people, and he goes to a church and he gets killed in a church.
I like when he turns around and the frickin' receptionist is just gone.
Oh my god, no, that was scary. I was like,
it's great stuff.
Yeah,
that's my
good
kind
stuff.
of horror.
I like that too.
Yeah.
And then obviously the vacuum cleaner like just going and the cord pulling taut like in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, the girl in the it's because it's like an old woman. It's the mother.
Yeah.
This is what Lorraine says.
Yeah.
She's like, there's 3 spirits.
Yeah.
There's a husband, a wife who was a wild woman who like cheated on him, and then her mother.
Yeah, the mother's the one that gets the axe?
No, it's the wife.
Okay.
Because I don't feel like we really see the wife ever. I think we see the old lady a bunch.
The old lady's the one with the big smile.
Yeah. Creepy. That's the face when I said in our spoiler-free review that like when I woke up the next night, like in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, like that was the face that I kept thinking of, and I was like, no, I'm gonna turn over and she's gonna be right here.
They kind of felt almost like more insidious, but
definitely.
Yeah.
But I actually really like that style when it comes to like demony, ghosty stuff, like evil things.
Yeah.
I like that look of entities where they have very unnatural faces and features and like coloring and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure, of course.
But I also really like, so when the mother of the family who has the mirror, when she's like down in the basement doing, the Smurl mother, is down in the basement doing the laundry.
Yeah,
and then there's the John Wayne like portrait, but like she looks over and it's that
like,
guy
just standing there.
That I thought was fantastic because the way like I was talking
they walk
to you
over and they go
it,
like turn on the light. Fuck that, dude.
Because that's not the same picture. I don't care what you say. Your eyes are not playing tricks on you. That was a person standing there. But I really liked the way it looked visually because it was kind of like
2D.
an optical illusion. Yeah, like he looked sort of 2D where she like moved around to the other side of the stairs and was like looking at him, and it kind of like he was sort of following her with his eyes, like, you know, those like a portrait would, like
sure.
I really liked that. I thought that was very creepy, and yeah, of course, you turn the lights on and that's not there, you're out of the house, you're gone.
Dude, I would never turn the lights on. This always happens in these movies. It's like Lights Out, when there's a fucking literal like demon standing in front of you, and then they go over to like turn on the lights. Fucking turn on the lights, I'm out. Well, I see a problem. Like, I'm not fucking idiot. I'm not an idiot.
Honestly, though, like people, like you do. I think most people, like if you were in a situation like this, like you would be rationalizing.
All you do is turn on the light, and that gives them the time to run at you in that blink of an eye. So no, you just for the stairs.
Well, yeah, because my fear would be like if I can't see them anymore, like where are they then? They're gonna
I can see him. What are you talking about?
When you turn the light on.
I'm looking right at the fucking guy. I don't need to turn on the light.
And they disappear. I'm saying like then you can't see where they are.
Well, of course she wouldn't think he would. Okay, in reality, she would not think she was flipping on a light and he would disappear.
No, but
right?
Like...
So that's not what she would be thinking. She wants to get a look at him so she can like see that her mind's not playing tricks on her in the dark. But, like, absolutely not, dude. I don't need to see the guy any more than I'm seeing him standing there in the corner. If I looked over right now and there was a guy standing there, I wouldn't go to fucking turn on a light to make sure he was there. I'd be gone.
Creepy. Very
creepy. We
get
the telephone cord in the pantry. Yeah. Of course, that was set up earlier. You can always spot the, like, you know, setups.
Right.
For later gags.
Her younger
with
kids
her kids
are like
pulling
in there
on him. You're like, okay, that's going to be like the clapping thing from the Conjuring 1.
Yeah, I
liked it. That was good. Now, of course, the thing we talked about that I think a lot of people will be down on is Giant Annabelle.
I didn't like it. I was not a fan of it.
I loved that small Annabelle finally got up and walked around and moved.
Yes.
Because we've never seen the damn doll move.
Although,
after so many movies.
What I kind of almost wish, like, so earlier, this scene is in the trailer, which it sucks that it's in the trailer, but the little, like, creepy baby doll.
Yeah. Mommy.
Yeah, whenever she, like, bends backwards and then, like, sits up and it's the old lady.
Yeah.
That's a great scene, but when Annabelle starts moving, it's very reminiscent of it initially, I feel, where it's like, oh, here's another doll, like, moving. So that part, I don't know, I kind of feel like it was just a little too similar, I guess. And then when she gets big, I didn't like it. I did think it looked kind of silly, and it doesn't really make sense to me. I think it's just supposed to be, you know, usually things that are small when they're big, it's scary, like the extreme difference of what you're expecting it to be. But
it didn't bother me.
I just didn't like it. It didn't bring down the film or anything for me. It wasn't like, oh, this is like a horrible scene, because it's a very quick one. Yeah, it's really quick. I
don't really care.
But I do think people are gonna not like it too. But maybe I'm wrong.
Really hope they don't like let that
ruin
the entire film.
I hope not either.
It's a 2-hour and 15-minute movie. You're gonna let a 30-second scene.
Yeah,
that's not integral to the plot.
No, it's just supposed to be like a scare.
If every single scare in a horror movie has to work for you, your standard is too high.
Because, you know, I'll say this, if I was a kid watching that might scare me.
Sure.
Like, Annabelle getting giant like that, I would actually probably be scared of that as a kid.
Yeah.
I just, personally...
That'll scare some people.
It probably will.
Yeah.
It probably will.
But most people won't like it.
But I do think you're right. Don't let it bring down the film.
Because a lot of it's CGI, and, you know, it's very noticeable, and I don't know. It is what it is. It was fine to me.
It's probably what people are going to talk about, though, which sucks. But yeah, and then as far as like other things, you know, when the sister who gets the mirror as the gift, when she's like watching the videotape of her blowing out
the candles,
and it's that creepy face. I don't know whose face that is.
I think that's the old woman. That's the mother.
It doesn't look like her though, but maybe it's just because she's not smiling. It almost looks like Valak or something, kind of, to me, is what it reminded me of, but creepy. And then when she like looks up over the television and there's the two glowing lights that you think are going to be eyeballs, and they're just like a reflection of some ceramic thing that's up there. And then the axe when she turns around, that's just right there. I was like, fuck. And the guy running at her. Dude, I would poop my pants. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He was scary. I thought he was pretty freaky looking, too.
Yeah. He reminded me of something.
I thought the same thing. I don't know what, but he did remind me of something as well. I don't know what.
I'm going to have to think about this. Maybe I'll post it in the comments later, but it's something. It's not 13 Ghosts. Anyway, let's not focus on it too much. But he definitely reminded me, or like, not Cabin in the Woods. Something like that, though. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, we get... The one criticism I definitely have as far as like the family dynamic, which I think is the heart of the entire Conjuring franchise. I don't like that the Smurls get sidelined once Ed and him, the dad bring the mirror down, and it falls on his ankle, and I thought it like crushed his ankle.
Oh, I know.
But then he's like walking with it after, and I was like, huh? I thought your ankle was blown, like gone. Like there's no way you could fucking walk on that thing. Yeah. But then he was walking with him a minute later, and I was like, I don't understand what happened there. Maybe I saw it wrong, but I thought like it got caught between the ladder and it like cracked it this way, and I was like, oh, he's not getting up, and then he was standing. So I didn't understand that. I could have sworn his leg broke or his ankle broke, but maybe he's just fucking baller and he's pushing through it.
Truly, yeah, I don't know.
But then freaking Tony gets his.
Oh yeah, his
leg,
like,
and it's like
scraped.
Doesn't end up doing too much to him, because in the end he's just kind of got his leg wrapped and he's fine. I thought his leg was like I thought he was gonna lose it.
I thought you saw his bone.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna get amputated.
That was gnarly. Yeah.
But no, he seems to be fine in the end.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think the intention, because as I had said, I'd read this thing that some producer said that this is just the first. It's because, like, okay, if you're wanting to liken it to the MCU, which is kind of what this has become, where you have multiple different, you got the Nun, you've got the Annabelle, you've got the Conjuring, and they all like come together in one movie, right? The ending of this is very reminiscent of Tony Stark's funeral, where you see characters from all like the past films kind of showing up to give little cameos at it's a wedding this time, but not, as opposed to the funeral. But that felt very Avengers Endgame to me, where we see Lily Taylor's character from the first movie, and I think the mom from the second movie. I'd have to look in the crowd a little more, because who I was really hoping to see was I think it's Madeline Eisman, right? Isn't she the babysitter in Annabelle Comes Home, and she's like starts dating Bob's Got Balls? Oh yeah, right. I would have loved to have seen them there. If they're there, I missed them. Yeah, and I feel like I would have saw them. And then and also her best friend, whose like dad died, and Lorraine like passed on the message to her at the end. Yeah, I feel like they would have stayed in close contact. Yeah. So I was kind of bummed not to see any of them. Yeah. But if they're there, please tell me. I don't know the third film well enough. I only saw it once. You would think maybe the girls who they took Annabelle from would be there. So I'd have to look through the people again. I don't know. Maybe they're there. Older. They'd be older, but they're not that much older. They're only 10 years older. Yeah, you wouldn't look that much different.
You're right. No. Yeah, I would be curious to see if, like, all those people, if there's more, because I'd
have to watch, like, the whole franchise again and then watch that scene. And then be like, oh, it is that person, or whatever. So, who is in that scene? Because all I noticed was the mom from the first movie, and you said you saw the mom from the second movie. Yes. I didn't notice her. Yeah. So, and then, was there anybody else?
I don't remember.
Those from the other films?
I don't remember, to be honest. Let us know who you saw.
I was very excited to see Lily. Yeah. That was like, yeah, cool, great. I'm glad to see her. And James Wan was also sitting next to her. Yeah. So that was cool to get a James Wan cameo. But please tell me, who else was sitting in that crowd? Who did I miss? I don't know the franchise super well. I've only seen the first two movies, I don't know, 3 times at most, maybe 4, but I haven't seen them a ton. I've seen 3 once, like you.
Yeah.
And then Annabelle movies. The only ones that would make sense would be the girls they get the Annabelle doll from, and then the babysitters in part 3, and Bob.
Yeah.
And then no one from the Nun movies.
The nun herself is there.
No, yeah, Valak's there. She's like, congratulations. Die. And then La Llorona, which
she's also
the only
there.
Yeah. She's the bride, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, imagine if she pulls back the veil and it was La Llorona.
I haven't even seen that movie.
Oh yeah, I know. That's the only one you haven't seen.
La Llorona is like a really scary folktale.
Yeah.
Every time I hear it, I'm always like, oh, that just sounds so messed up and like
it's like
freaky.
It's like the epitome of like okay.
Oh, the movie.
Yeah. It's like fine.
Yeah.
It's like watchable-ish.
Yeah.
It's one of those movies you watch and you go, ugh, like, okay, that was okay, I think, whatever, and you move on. There was one character that made me laugh quite a few times that I was like, okay, that's like kind of what made the film for me when I did my first review. I was like, oh, it was actually alright, it was okay. And then the more I thought about it and I watched it again, I was like, maybe it's a little less than that.
I hope that they do more movies in the Conjuring universe, though, because, like, as we said, Ed and Lorraine's, like, their room full of objects, there's so much that you can just...
They got that news story, right? The guy, the paranormal investigator, went in and died after seeing Annabelle.
Yeah.
Just this year. And then the comedian, like, Rife, Matt Rife, or whoever the fuck, he just bought Ed and Lorraine Warren's whole fucking, like, haunted object room.
Isn't that the guy everyone's, like, mad about because he... I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. No, I didn't know that.
I don't really know that comedian. His last name is Rife. I'm almost positive. Rife.
For some reason, I thought
he bought the house or
anyway,
all the Annabelle doll and all of that stuff.
That's crazy.
And I think he did it right after that guy died.
The real life Annabelle doll that's like just a Raggedy Ann looks so different than the Annabelle that they have in the movies.
They were like,
we also should have had her down here for this review. We forgot. But she's like, the Annabelle in the films is so much scarier than the Raggedy Ann doll that is like actually her. Yeah. It's so funny.
We have the cheap, like...
We have the Spirit
Halloween one. But I thought it was fine because the, like, Trick or Treat Studios one is like $500 or $600, and I was like, I don't like Annabelle that much. But when I saw this one, I was like, this is totally fine. Like, this is a totally adequate Annabelle doll. I think it looks totally fine. Yeah. Like, it doesn't look authentic, but it looks pretty good.
Like,
the eyes
the
missing,
eyes
like,
are what's missing. Like, they need to be bigger, like her pupils or not pupils.
For like,
I think
irises. You got this. Because I got this...
It's with her hand.
Did I buy it when I worked at Spirit?
I think so.
I don't think so. I bought Glenn when I worked there. Or did I not?
I don't remember when you got this. I thought you bought both of them.
Both?
Yeah.
I don't know. This was like $90, $80 or something. When I worked at Spirit, at the end of the year, you get like 70% off on the stuff you hide in the back. Wink, wink. Don't tell anyone. But if you on the day after Halloween, you get like 70% off of whatever's left, and yeah, if you're a bad or smart employee, you hide some cool shit, and then you bring it up to the register like, I found this. We still had one. It's crazy. Can I get this for $10 now?
Well, okay. So the one thing that I thought was a thing like a year ago or something.
Grogu's looking at this doll like he got replaced.
Was that I thought that the Warrens like said that like like Annabelle's never supposed to be moved. Like she has to stay in this spot, like in here, and then they like moved her because they took her on. Like I thought she went on like a traveling paranormal like exhibit.
Well, I'm sure they're making it up so they can say whatever. They blessed her.
But then it's like, yeah, then people die. I don't know anything about that stuff, but I would not want to probably be around the real life Annabelle. I'll say that.
No?
No.
What about this one?
This one's fine, because she's just like, this is a mass-produced doll that has nothing attached to
And
it.
she turns her head right down and looks at you.
And then I'm like...
and she gets really big.
Bro.
She's like, you fucking find it
she's
stupid
like, are you
now?
scared now?
Are you scared
Is
now?
it silly now?
But yeah. Overall, fun movie. I'm sure we're forgetting things that I wish I would have talked about.
The dad floating.
Oh my god.
When they were like, oh no.
Greg
Sorry,
is-
our neighbors are coming home. And
I feel like Grogs always starts barking when we're supposed to have wrapped things up.
It's true.
He always
He's
at
like,
the end of
"Guys."
the video is like, no!
So
No one to quit.
I just thought it was funny that the older daughter is like, you haven't had it, like, experienced it like I have. Like, I've had it the fucking worst, which is true.
Oh
and
my
then
God.
literally that night, he, like, wakes up and then sees the creepy, like, demon grandma at the foot of his bed and then just starts fucking levitating. And I was like...
No, he levitates then wakes up. He wakes up while levitating.
Does he?
Yeah.
He wakes up, he levitates and then wakes up and, like, sees her.
Yeah. And
Oh,
then
even
the wife
worse.
wakes up and sees him levitating.
Yeah, because I'm like, at that point,
You're
if
out.
you see anybody levitating even for a second, you open your eyes and they're floating and then they fall back down.
I feel like I farted hard enough sometimes. I've
No.
come up off the bed.
That was freaky, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and he's, like, paralyzed, too, so he can't move.
Yeah.
God.
Well, I think that's mostly it.
I think so. We forgot
we
probably
get-
lots of things, but...
The mirror, like,
the demon versions of
No,
them?
the bridal. When she's trying on her dress and she's in the
Oh,
big mirror
yeah,
room. That was cool.
Good. That was cool.
That was
and
a good
her
one.
friend comes in and is, like, poking her again. And
Oh,
it's
she's, like,
that
under the
lady.
dress.
Like,
giving
you
her,
know that's a demon.
Giving her cunnilingus.
No, not doing
That's what I
that.
thought was happening for a second. I was like, why is she under your dress right now?
Dude, no. That was freaky.
She's like, you ain't married
When
yet.
her reflection, like, she turns and, like, it, like, sits down and there's just one
There's just
standing.
one standing.
I was
Awesome. That's cool
like,
shit.
kill myself.
Yeah.
Just die.
Yeah, that one was cool. Trying to remember any other, like, scare that stood out. Probably missing something big, and I'll be like, damn it, why didn't we say that one? But yeah, that's that.
That's that.
What do you think, Annabelle? We're time to go? Her arms don't move. They'll
No.
break if I try to move them. So, bye.
Bye.
All right, guys, we'll see you in the comments.
What?
All right, bye.
Bye. Why'd you make out with her?